Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. So today we've got a Luka Doncic build. So this will be a point guard Luka build. I know in previous seasons he's played as a small forward, but he's listed as a point guard these days. So make sure he's a point guard, and we'll move on to the body settings. So Luka Doncic is listed at 6'7", so this will be a 6'7" point guard build. So it'll be quite tall. He can go to 6'9", but for Luka Doncic we're just going to keep it at 6'7". Now for the weight, he's not particularly, I'd say, as fit as most players in the league. I'd say he's carrying probably an extra bit of weight, but I think that helps with his overall game. You know, he's got that mass and that strength. We can really, he's not very quick, but because he's got that strength, he can really get past people. So we're just going to push the weight up to 219 pounds, and then wingspan we're just going to push up by 1, just to 7'1". He doesn't strike me as someone that's got crazy long arms, and I didn't want to sacrifice too much in the build by putting up the wingspan really high. Body shape's just going to stick with solid for Luka, and we'll move on to the attributes. So one thing I will say about Luka Doncic is, although he's a very good shooter, most of his points are coming from the basket. If you look at his shot charts throughout his career, a lot of his points are coming at the rim or within 10 feet of the rim. So I want to make finishing sort of I'd say it's equally primary method of scoring. It's just as good as what shooting will be, I think, but it'd probably be more of a finisher, particularly if you're really crafty around the basket, particularly against smaller guards as well, being 6'7", but close shot's going to go to 84. That'll give us gold fearless finisher, gold masher, help finish against those smaller guards. Driving layup we're going to push to 82. So at 82, that's just what you need for the Doncic layup packages, I believe. So make sure the driving layup's 82 if you want those. Driving dunk, we're going to push to 84. Now he doesn't strike many people as very athletic, but if he has had some pretty monstrous dunks in his career. If you go on YouTube and look at his best dunks for his career, some of them are pretty impressive. So I wanted the pro contact dunks with this build. Obviously, if you want silver posterizer in tier 3, push to 85, and 86 to get the gold limitless takeoff. But I felt 84 was more representative of Doncic's ability to finish. He's not a huge posterizer, but he can definitely get up there and dunk on players. Now you are 6'7", and I do like having just the basic standing dunks, just in case you get a late pass on a backdoor cut, you can just jump up there and dunk it. It's a bit better than putting up a close shot that gets blocked. Now for post control, he is a fabulous post player, so I wanted to push this to 80 to get those post badges all gold. So you will have gold post moves with this build, or post badges, so you'll definitely be able to take particularly smaller centers and even other guards and forwards down in the post, particularly on park when there's a bit more room, and really take advantage of your gold post moves there. So that'll be all for finishing with the 20 badges. Now for shooting, like I said, most of his points are coming from the rim, but he definitely can shoot from the perimeter. He's very streaky. He only really has a career 33.5% percentage, from 3 for his career. So he's not particularly a great shooter, in all honesty. But he can definitely hit those step backs and things. So I did want a level of shooting with this build. So we're going to push mid-range shot to 76. He doesn't take a lot of mid-range shots, as with most players these days, unless your name's DeMar DeRozan. So mid-range shot 76, and 3-point shot we're going to push to 83. So it's not incredibly high, but I think this is realistic for Doncic. He can get really hot and hit a lot of them, or he can absolutely go missing from 3. He's very high volume 3-point shooter. He averages 8.2 a game and only hits 2.8, so it's not a whole lot. But he does have that volume there, so I wanted to push the 3-point shot up to 83. But it'll leave you with plenty of gold badges, silver badges in tier 3 with the 20 badges overall. So you'll be able to get a couple of these badges silver. You use your 10 points in tier 1 and 2, core one of these, and you'll be able to get another one on silver. So that's there if you want those. Now for free throw, we're just going to push that to 79. He's only a 74% free throw shooter, so he's not terribly good at free throws either. But 79 is not too bad for the game. I found free throws to be pretty difficult this 2K. So it's important to have a decent free throw and a good free throw shot, because I found it to be a little difficult, but that's all subjective whether you find it difficult or not. Now for playmaking, we're just going to push that to 86. Obviously he averages 8 assists a game, so it's very high. He's a triple-double threat every time he walks out on the floor, so I wanted to get that, Hall of Fame floor general, Hall of Fame dimer, and the gold needle threader as well, because he's a really great playmaker. Despite averaging 4 turnovers a game, he does hit people with some crazy passes, so I wanted those there. Now for ball handle, he's not particularly amazing with the ball. It's mostly footwork that he does very well at, so I've just pushed ball handle to 80. So you'll get most of the animations at 6'7" that you can get with an 80 ball handle, and then speed with ball, we're going to push that to 81. So you will be pretty decently quick. You've got the silver quick first step there, so you still be pretty quick off the bounce, but you are 6'7", you'll be able to use your height to your advantage as well. So that's all for playmaking. Now for interior defense, this is just going to get pushed up with other stats, but we're just going to put that to 42 for now. Now perimeter defense, we're going to push to 77. He's not an amazing defender. I think most people know that. He does rank really high in defensive win shares and things like that, but it's because it's more team defense reflective than his own personal defense as to why he's ranked so high. So 77 perimeter defense, and we're going to push steal to 78 because he does average a steal a game, so he's shown an ability to get in the passing lanes and get some strips here and there. So I've just pushed that to 78 to get the silver interceptor in tier 3, as you can see. Now for offensive rebound, we're just going to push that to 40 because we're going to push defensive rebound up to 85 because he does get a lot of rebounds. He gets 8.5 a game and he averaged 9.1 last season, with the majority of those being defensive rebounds. He averages 7.5 out of his 8.5 as defensive rebounds for his career. So this is a real triple-double threat build. You can get assists, can definitely get you 10 points pretty easily, I think, and also get plenty of rebounds. You are 6'7". There are a lot of 6'7" power forwards running around, so you can definitely, box them out, get the boards over them on the park and things like that. So definitely an ability to get triple doubles with this build. Now for physicals, I think most people agree he's not that quick around the court, but I think 79 speed and acceleration is actually quite generous for Doncic. You can go a lot higher with the speed, you can push that up to 86, but I don't think you'll notice a heap between 86 and 79. It's more the acceleration is what's key. That's at max. It's very close to your speed with ball, so you won't notice a huge discrepancy between the two of them. You still feel pretty quick, pretty normal off the bounce. So 79 speed and acceleration. In terms of strength, this is where a lot of the points were spent because I did want the 82 strength to get that silver bully, because that's how he finishes. He doesn't quite have the hops all the time to finish over players. He doesn't quite have the speed to blow by players. He uses his strength and his ability to use his body to create space and finish at the rim. So I did want silver bully at least, I did want bully at least silver. So strength's 82. If you don't want that and you still want the rest of the Luka build, you can definitely take strength off, but that's just what I felt was true to Luka, to have the 82 strength. Now for vertical, we are going to push that to 75 because you do need that for the contact dunks, and the rest will go on stamina for 90 stamina, and that's the build. So in total, you have the 20 finishing, 20 shooting, 22 playmaking, and 14 defensive badges, for a total of 76 badges overall on the 6'7" point guard Luka Doncic build that's, can get rebounds, can play solid defense, has great playmaking and passing at 6'7", has capable shooting, can definitely find great jump shots with an 83 3-point shot with, gold and Hall of Fame tier 1 and tier 2 shooting. And of course, you've got the gold post moves with the contact dunks and a very good ability to finish around the rim. So it's definitely a, two-way shot creator with an ability to get, rebounds and those triple doubles. So you should have a lot of fun with this one. Now for the takeovers, I just chose finishing moves because that's primarily how he scores, and also team ratings boost because he's a fantastic playmaker as well. But as you can see, you've got shades of LaMelo Ball, James Harden, and Walt Frazier. So I think, James Harden and LaMelo Ball play a similar way. They might be more, they shoot a lot of threes, high volume threes, have a high usage rate, get a lot of assists, get the triple doubles. So very reminiscent of Luka, and you've also made a diming inside out scorer, which is quite a unique build. I don't see many of them around, but we'll take a look at the badges. Now for finishing, you want things that'll help you, finish around the rim. So First off, I think Masher and Fearless Finisher will be great, particularly if you're playing Park, and it'll just make it a lot easier to finish over smaller defenders, as what Masher says. The post moves are there, so drop stepper and back down punisher. Giant Slayer could be great too, because you are 6'7", so any 7-footer, roughly 6'11" center, this will come into play. So I might just put this on silver just to get the 10 badge points, and then with the 10 left, you can definitely put on, whichever one you want. I think for Luka, you probably, even though he's probably not a slithery finisher, I think if you're going to be true, he's much more of a slithery finisher with his, his Euro steps and things like that. He spins than he is a limitless takeoff type of player. But you can definitely put that on. You can put post riser on bronze and limitless takeoff on bronze to really get those dunks and things. But if it was me, I'd probably want to put on bully. I think that's going to be a really great badge for this build. So you can get those slithery finishes, and you also get those contact layups as well. But it's really up to you. Acrobat could be a good one if you're good at using the Euro steps and things like that. But there's a lot of ways you can make a really great finisher that suits your playstyle. Now for shooting, he's definitely a clutch shooter. Comeback kid as well. He's a volume scorer. Space creator, that could definitely be Hall of Fame, because that's really what he's great at, those step backs and things. I might just put volume shooter on bronze and maybe comeback kid on bronze just to maximize the badge points. Now, with these ones like that, he definitely has an ability to shoot from deep, so you might want to core that one, or just equip that one, and then maybe Deadeye, something like that. So Deadeye, people close out on those step backs and he still hits them, it's crazy. And then limitless range, Agent 3's there, but I don't think he makes a lot of pull up or spin shots from 3. There are a lot of step backs, I think, so maybe not. Maybe that's more of a space creator badge, so I've put that on Hall of Fame. But with the 5 left, you can definitely put Agent 3 on bronze and get that boost there. So he's more of a creating 3-point shooter, not so much off the catch. So I think these badges will definitely represent Doncic a lot. Now for playmaking, you definitely want, Dimer, Floor General. Just put those both on for Doncic. I'll just put Needle Threader on bronze just to get the 10 badges. And then, you've got 12 left, so quick first step you probably want on as well. And with the 8 left, you can definitely put on Clamp Breaker, because that's really what he's great at as well. And Handles for Days is there. And you've got 3 left, so you could put an extra couple, or 2 or 3 badge points and either get Killer Combo Silver or Unpluckable Silver as well. So definitely ability, to get some extra badge points here. You could definitely just take these and put them on silver just to maximize your points. You've got 10 there, 7 there. Put it on Unpluckable. That could be a really great layout. Now for defense, just the core ones on defense you probably want. So Pick Dodgers there, silver. I think that's pretty good. Box Out Beast to get those rebounds. You got the Rebound Chaser there. The last 2, I find Off-Ball Pest to be really great on silver. He's a bit of a pest. He likes a bit of lip out there on the court, and it puts people off. So that could be a great one. And then with the last 4, you may want to just upgrade, put an extra couple badges in defense to get one of these as a core badge, and then another one with on bronze. Clamps on bronze with Interceptor as your core on silver. Otherwise, things like Menace could be good, substitute for those badges. So that could be a good layout for Luka Doncic on defense. All in all, that's the build. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you have a really great day.